Tonight I ask you a question that few ever dare to ask. Who wrote the Bible? You have been told it was written by God, or by holy men chosen and inspired by Him. But I tell you, it was written by men who knew the secret of creation, men who understood that the entire drama of Scripture is not written in the scrolls of history, but inscribed upon the mind of man. The only living Scripture there is. They wrapped immutable truth in the language of symbol and story: the sun, the seed, the womb, the journey, so that what cannot be spoken plainly might be seen by the awakened. They wrote of Abraham, Isaac, Jacob, not as people of flesh and bone, but as states of consciousness within the spirit of every man. They wrote of Jesus, not as another being, but as the pattern of awakened imagination that slumbers in awe. Yet man in his blindness took poetry for biography and turned revelation into record. He mistook the inner drama of creation for the outer history of nations. He built temples to the shadow, never realizing he himself was the sun. So he reads of Eden and never sees that garden in his own mind. He reads of Egypt and never recognizes the bondage of his own doubt. He reads of the crucifixion and sees only death, never the death of belief in appearances, never the resurrection of faith in imagination. He prays to a figure in the heavens, not knowing that heaven is his own imagination, and that every verse, every name, every act is his own reflection played upon the screen of time. For the book was never about another. It is the record of your own becoming, the descent of God into the dream of man. You are the word it speaks. You are the spirit it reveals. And the meaning you crucify is the God you deny. When the Bible first spread across the world, the great library of Alexandria burned, and with its ashes vanished the record of how the Scriptures were born. The outer history was erased, leaving only the veil of the words, and man, seeing only the veil, called it divine. Soon the church rose to guard the image and forgot the light it once contained. Do not ask, only believe, they said, and the world obeyed. They handed you a map and told you never to walk it. They gave you the seed and warned you never to plant it. They offered you the symbol and told you the power lay elsewhere. I tell you, the Bible is not the story of ancient tribes. It is the psychological blueprint of creation itself. When you read of Egypt, you read of the state of limitation and fear. When you cross the Red Sea, you pass through your own resistance. When you face Goliath, it is your faith that hurls the stone of conviction. When you walk through the valley of the shadow, you confront the illusion that there is any power but your own. Every name in Scripture is a state of consciousness. Every story is the pattern made visible, and every miracle is the law of imagination, emotion. The Bible is your autobiography, written before you drew your first breath. You are both its author and its fulfillment. So I say to you, when next you open that sacred book, do not read it as the record of others. Read it as a revelation of yourself, for you are the seed and the harvest, completing itself, the writer and the written, the cause and the effect. And when you awaken to this truth, the Bible has never been about another. It is and forever shall be about you, the living Word made from divine.